Tonight, I am hoping to stream some kingdom management and see where the story takes me. I've kind of just been given my barony, and not 100% sure where the story's going to take me, so I'm kind of interested in finding out. Alright, making sure everything is up and going. Alright. Looks like everything's set. I've got that all put together. Mobile management is up and running. Very good. Okay. Alright. All set. Alright. Hi there, everybody. I'm Jason Bulmahn. I'm the Director of Game Design at Paizo and the creator of the tabletop Pathfinder role-playing game. And today I'm starting up Chapter 2 of the Kingmaker video game. Pretty excited to see where the story takes me. I've just defeated the Stag Lord and been granted my own barony. I pretty much got here, got introduced to the basic lay of the lands, got taken to my hall, and was kind of dropped off and left to figure things out. I backed out before I could get too far into things so that I would save it for this part. So, without further ado, I think we'll get started here. I am in the Great Hall of my capital, I think. The panda's playing on the floor, so life is good. Alright, now, I think this table allows me to access my barony. I thought so, anyway. It bounced me back out to a loading screen. We'll hope that's what it does. It did. Alright, so it looks like I have one region. I have 4 projects. Not sure about if I have any events at all. But this is the Shrike region. This looks like the entirety of the region that I kind of conquered in the first part. Let's see if we have any events going right now. It doesn't look like we do. So, we also have the North Nar Marches nearby. The South Gnarl Marches. Camelins. What's this over here? Silver Step. Barnhold. Alright, so we've got some neighbors, including the outskirts up here, which looks like this might be tentatively underneath my control. If I look in projects here, looks like we've got a number of projects floating around. Pillage the Temple of the Elk. Plunder the Temple of the Elk and rob it of all its remaining treasure. Gives me 150 build points. Prevents the future restoration of the temple. Not sure if that's a great idea. Trade agreement. Trade agreement with Surtova. Our merchants will receive right to establish a sizable trading post in Harden of Stetvan. So it doesn't look like I have sufficient funds or a candidate available. So I did a little bit of research before starting the stream here today to kind of get an idea about how the system works. I have my kingdom has a number of statistics, and you can see that those have ranks associated with them. And then I have a bunch that have next to nothing and no ranks associated with them. I also have 450 build points, and I generate 32 per week, which I can use to build things. For all of these events, they need advisors to start the event, and many of them will have other costs as well. The trade agreement with Surtova, I don't have an advisor. None of my advisors are skilled for this particular task. And I don't have enough build points. Hey there, everybody. Hey, No Heart the Shark. Hey, Semaphore. Dan, welcome to the chat. So I'm trying to get my the hang of how this kingdom building system works. As of yet, all I've managed to do, I think, is accidentally back out of it, which is, you know, handy. So let me get back in there. See if I can't figure this out. Alright, so Tuskdale looks like the name of my capital, perhaps. I have no other, so let me go ahead and close out of that. Not quite sure what these are. Regent. Alright. So I need somebody to be regent. I'm going to need someone to be counselor. Someone to be a general. It's very important. Someone to be a treasurer. Someone to handle my money. Dan is the best mod. Best mod there is. Yeah, I haven't named the town yet. I should rename it. So we go back to the map here. And Tuskdale. Ah, that's how we navigate. Okay. Trying to get my hang on navigating it. So I can rename Tuskdale. I'm trying to remember what I named the kingdom. It was Ember something. I know there was a debate. I'm trying to remember. Does anyone remember in the chat? Before I rename this, I think I'll wait until I remember what the name of my kingdom itself is. So, projects. We have rebuild the Temple of the Elk. Ooh, this takes a long period of time to do. Very challenging. Takes 60 days. That's 2 whole months. Emberland. That does sound right. I think I did call my kingdom Emberland. Huh. Someone has offered to build a temple to Aristil in my kingdom. That seems handy. And I won't be pillaging the temple. That seems like a terrible, terrible decision. Declare their outskirts part of your kingdom. So, I can declare the outskirts to be part of my kingdom. That seems useful. So it appears that I must send Sir Thalkin and an advisor with me as well. I do need to assign my advisors. That's true. Let's go over here and take a look. So it's clear to me I have a number of important positions that need to be filled, including regent. Ooh, that's a tough call. Octavia is pretty useful, but Valerie seems like she might make a better regent. But before I decide, let me see who's available for the other positions. Counselor? Tristan. Looks like he's going to be my counselor. Well, that seems to make sense. He's a spiritual leader. So Tristan is now my counselor. There we go. He was also my only choice, so, you know, making the right calls. Who will be my general? Ooh, I have lots of options here. I don't know that I want the evil guy serving as my general. He seems kind of like a jerk. I mean, Amiri would make a great general. Can I make my army rage? That seems handy. Alright, before I make that decision, let's see. I have no one who can be treasurer. That's a bit of a problem. And High Priest, I have either Jahud or Harim. Harim, my incredibly depressed High Priest. Dan, I can't make the evil guy my general. I'm a paladin. Can't be working with evil bastards. That's no good. If we're going to make Harim the High Priest, my dour High Priest of Grotus. For general, I think we're going to go with Kasil Eldori for the time being. Seems like a good call. And it's not someone I'm actively adventuring with. I can change this later, right? I don't suppose I've looked that up. And for advisor, for regent, I think I have to go with Valerie. Oh, good. You can totally change it. All right. Fantastic. Okay, so I have assigned everyone their positions. Why did that jump out at me? Did that jump out for a reason? Okay, no. All right. Very good. All right, so looks like I have assigned my advisors. That's good. I have a handful of projects here. There are no real events going on. That's probably good. Let's see. It's the 15th of Serenith. I'm thinking I should probably claim the outskirts. That seems like a smart thing to do. And I can take on advisor with me. Tristan seems like he gives me a better bonus on this, so I think this is what I should do, right? Let's do this. Let's claim the outskirts. More kingdom. Okay. Alright, so what I must do to claim a region, I must meet the special regional conditions, collect sufficient BP, find an occupied. Okay, increase its rank. Okay, well, it skipped forward, not letting me finish reading the previous part, so that's good. All right. All right, so it looks like I have just skipped forward 14 days, but I have claimed the outskirts. Well, there we go. Easy. And now I apparently have 6 events. That's fine. Hi, new events. Oh, it's my birthday. Ah, yes. Ah, well, that's pleasant. I got a free birthday wish. All right, so I've got. Okay, so I see, yes, I should have queued up other events first. Yes, good point. I didn't realize it was going to automatically advance time on me like that. Mysterious weed. Okay. So, that's an interesting. Should be attended before the 1st of Erastus. Oh, that's next month. Oh, that's a problem. Oh no, so should this. Oh, I have a whole bunch of problems to solve. Oh no. So am I in trouble for not having started these early enough? Because the first of Erastus, I think, is like 2 days from now. Alright. Some merchants. That's nice. Arum is worried and wants to discuss something. Alright. Okay. So, a whole bunch of people want to do things. Alright. Oh, good. So I still have enough time to start a bunch of these problems. So, for example, if I send Tristan to go solve the mysterious weed problem, that will be solved in 7 or 14 days or something. Alright, so he's going off to do that. Oh, I see. Okay. As far as the troublemakers, yeah, I'm starting to see that. Problems are something I definitely need to solve. Castle, get up there. That's your job to deal with troublemakers. You're a regent. Alright, so are the rest opportunities? No, this one's a problem. But that's something I can resolve by visiting the throne room, and so is that. So the last thing is an opportunity. And I should definitely try and align with merchants from Absalom. For those of you that don't know, Absalom is kind of the largest city in the world of Galarian. It's absolutely gigantic, and the ability to do trade with them along the Selen River would be of great advantage to a kingdom that far north. It is a long trade route, but having a connection to Absalom seems pretty valuable. So it's something I definitely want to do. Let's see. I will send Valerie off on that. That sounds good. Alright, so I've sent a bunch of people off to do things. If they're over here on the right, does that mean that they've been resolved? So this is available, this is in process, and this is done? I suppose it is. Okay. Alright, now it sounds like I have some trouble that I need to visit my council room for, so I'm going to get out of here and go visit the council room. Alright. Sorry, I just monkeyed around with some of my sound settings. Everybody can still hear me, right? Just let me know in chat. Thanks, Dan. Alright, so it seems like the people are a little concerned about who their new king is. That's, or baron in this case, who their new leader is. So I have my choice between holding a fair for the common people, holding a luxurious dinner party for merchants, don't arrange anything and just tell them all to suck it, or kind of don't make any decisions. Well, that's not a hard choice at all, right? I mean, as a paladin, I'm here for the common folk, for the little guy. That's clearly what I would do. If I were playing my rogue, it'd be a dinner party all the way. But this time, I think we're gonna hold a fair. Absolutely. Well, problem solved. That's cute. I like the the kind of like I'm just holding court or audience. Like it goes dark, another comes back up, another petitioner comes in to talk to me. Haram is concerned. Hey there, Dan. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bits are always welcome. Ah, an ancient trade road built by the dwarves of the Five Kings Mountains. Interesting. So, the Five Kings Mountains is a mountain range to the south of where I am at. Actually, kind of in the same direction if you were heading down to Absalom. The Selen River passes to the east side of the Five Kings Mountains as it makes its way south to the inner sea. The Five Kings is the home of most of the dwarves. Huh. Interesting. So there's an old dwarven road. Yeah, of course I'll take you to some dwarven ruins. Of course. I'm not a monster. Oh. Day in, day out, it's nothing but meetings and important discussions with... Oh, poor old Boken stuck up at Oleg's. Well, having an alchemist would be handy. Alright. Hiring Boken is not, it's not the worst idea in the world. Yeah, so, chat just mentioned that this game doesn't include a kind of a comprehensive view of the world of Galarian. That is a bit of a shame. Having a world map would be kind of handy, especially if for nothing else than just to drop location pins on it to know who you're dealing with and what kind of larger impacts that might have. I don't know. I don't have any real power or authority, but it's something I'll mention to the folks over at Alcat, see what they think of the idea. It would be handy. Alright, so I've taken care of that. I've got my panda here. Who else is hanging around in here? Nothing but advisors. Alright, let me go back and look at the map, make sure everything's taken care of. Tonight, by the way, I'm enjoying Galactic Space Dragon. It's an Indian Pale Ale from Odin Brewery. It's a local brewery. Very good, very tasty stuff. And it's got a space dragon on it. Alright. So... Alright, looks like I solved those events. Support the counselor's endeavors. So, this seems like something that if I undertake it, I'm going to be fast-forwarded 2 weeks. Is that correct? It certainly looks like it. Okay, so I'm not sure I want to do this just yet, and I'm not even 100% sure what it's doing. Because this isn't listed as an opportunity or a problem, like some of the rest are. Yeah. Interesting. These are just projects. Okay, these aren't events. These are projects. These are things I can do. Ah, yeah. Alright, I think I caught on to that. Alright, so I've ranked up some bits of my region here. I've increased my community, my loyalty. Bunch of stuff. That looks all great. Ah, some of these I can rank up. I see how that works. Ah, I see. So is this... It looks like supporting the counselor's endeavor might increase my loyalty by a rank? Is that... Am I reading that correctly? It's a little unclear. Oh, yeah. There it is. Okay, yep. Alright. I have my answer. Alright, fantastic. Okay, so that's important, but maybe not something I want to do right this second. Because I, well, haven't left my throne room in 2 weeks. Yeah, that's the other thing. I want to build things in my town. I don't know how to do that yet. What should I name my town? It's the question of the day. Alright. Get a little Sims action here. Or not Sims, maybe Civ. Alright. Alright, so... this looks an awful lot like a big, kind of empty wilderness. Alright. Oh, I see. Alright, so I've got a couple plots floating around in here. So, let's see. Barracks. Brewery. That seems useful. Boy, there are a lot of things to build. Yeah, concerning pronunciation, I mean, we kind of have a straightforward way that we pronounce things in-house. And, you know, just us talking has kind of created some consensus. Some of these names, though, come from various staff members' old home campaigns or old games, especially like a lot of the god names. So, you know, that's always been how we pronounce it. Things like Yomade. You know, when we hear the glass cannon pronounce it Yomadai, just makes my teeth grate. Yeah, bulletin board does seem really handy. Especially here early on. I can't imagine why I wouldn't want to build one of these. So, Longhouse looks really quite good just because it gives such a large variety of bonuses. But it also looks like it takes up... Well, it looks like it only takes up one space. Certainly seems good for my town. I see. Alright, so shops are important, shrines are important. I'm looking for adjacency bonuses, but I'm not really seeing them listed here. Is that something? Oh, it has an effects on it. Okay. Effects brewery. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I want to build any crazy amounts of stuff, but I think I will build like a longhouse. We're going to build a longhouse right there. That looks good. The longhouse. And because everyone says it's a great idea and it looks like a great idea, we'll put a bulletin board next to the longhouse. That's a great idea. There we go. Those are in process. Pier certainly looks quite handy as well, especially considering it can only go here. So sure. We'll go ahead and build that. Wait, did I miss a tavern? Well, I mean, we have to have a tavern, right? I mean, that's... Tavern's got to go in the middle of town. That's where a tavern is most important. And we'll go ahead and build a shop as well. No? Maybe not. Handy. Alright. So I've built a handful of things here. I'm trying to decide if there's anything else in here that I really desperately want here first thing. Stats-wise... yeah, it's kind of all over the place. I'm not sure what's super valuable yet and what isn't. I'm sure I'll figure that out over time. Makes me wonder, with these wall segments out there, makes me wonder how valuable it is to get that going sooner rather than later. Just like, oh, it's the whole thing. Alright, well, I mean, you know, while we're here. It may only be building one segment. My tiny, tiny wall. Alright, that's it. I'm not going to build any more than that, just in case I'm spending all my build points too quickly. Alright, well, we've started. Oh, I hope that builds the whole wall. That would certainly be handy. Alright, so I've got a bunch of advisors out dealing with problems. Question is, does that make them unavailable as adventurers? I suppose I'll find out. Boy, it sure does look like there's a whole bunch of things out here to investigate. What are these? Oh, alright. So it looks like this is how I can establish new settlements. I'm a little leery to do that without investigating it first. Alright. Alright, so I haven't really even moved or explored this area, so I realized that my chest from Oleg's instantly transported up here, which is really quite nice.
It is done.
Over here is my private quarters. I haven't gone in there yet, so let's take a look. Oh, quite fancy. Yes. A writing desk, a chair. Oh, yes. It's all very nice. Oh, that's the shared stash as well, or the shared location. Alright, not much to explore in there.
No stopping now.
Let's see, Keston has anything interesting to
How may I
say.
serve you, Your Grace? I believe I can manage to uphold the law. Being a warden would suit me well. Fair enough. For a Garess, the prosperity of the house and the honor of the name stands above all else. And I was betrothed to a widow from another noble house. This union was of great importance to the family. However, 3 months before the wedding, I met a commoner girl, gentle and pure, and we fell in love. I would have rather died than leave my Tanya. So I decided to break off the engagement with my noble bride. I could never have expected what would follow. My father was furious. I'd set a pointless love affair above the interests of the house. He expelled me from the family and ordered to leave our lands under threat of death. And Tanya, her mother was seriously ill, and she stayed behind to care for her rather than follow me into exile. Thus, I was on my own, disgraced, without a name, and without love.
Aww.
Don't imagine that I ask for pity. Everyone gets what they deserve. Fairness befits a ruler. Be sure, I've learned my lesson well.
Great, I've made him feel bad. That was important for me to do. That's what paladins do. They make you regret your past indiscretions at all times. Storyteller? Who's
March
he?
on.
Huh. Ah, an elf from Kyanin. Another nation to the south. Huh. Interesting. Old storyteller from Kyanin. He is an old elf. Wonder if he came back to Galarian through one of the ring gates. That'd be interesting. Ah. Interesting. Oh, alright. Yeah. Someone mentioned this in chat, but it does seem like he's the one who wants the old knickknacks, of which I have an entire chest full. These seem like old knickknacks. I don't know if these... nope, Token of the Dryad certainly counts. I've been collecting these things for a while now. There we go. That's a lot of them. Huh. Oh, interesting. Okay. Scorched piece of metal is part of a curious artifact known as the Necklace of Double Crosses. Huh. Seems like I only have one piece of it. Oh, wow. 2,600. Not bad. Huh, old Rostlandic coins, yeah. Token of the Dryad, very nice. Old Talton Warrior dog tags, very good. Interesting. Okay. So, he bought all of those. How much, what did he leave me with? Okay, so he didn't take the scorched fragments of a necklace, of which I have 5. He also didn't take any of these other pieces. Okay. So, for the time being, those go back in the chest. Come on, Thalkin. Don't run around in circles. Alright. Interesting. So, I'm going to go ahead and put all these back so that I'm not carrying them around. It's clear I've got a lot of pieces. I just don't have everything just yet. And then it looks like I have a bunch of books and whatnot. Some of these I'm going to drop off here as well. Some diamond dust. Staglord's Broken Charm. A few of these are really odd things. The diamond dust I'm keeping just in case I have a magic item or a spell that I need to power, but I don't right at the moment. So, anyway, well, that was quite useful. Now, I have a doggo. Yes, yes. So, I'm kind of curious to explore the town here a bit. I kind of got here and got walked into the Great Hall the moment I arrived, so I'm kind of not sure what there even is to see. Clearly there are some buildings under construction. It makes me wonder if those are being built or whether or not I'll see those being built. I'm not quite sure what the interface looks like. So, we'll take a look, see how it plays out. Interesting. Dangerous criminals in the nearby forest. Alright. Looks like they're looking for some criminals. The Selin River does make its way up from the Stolen Lands all the way down to the Inner Sea. It also makes its way to Lake Incarthen, although that's via a branch that separates Kyanin from Razmaran, the home of the living god. All hail the living god! Well, it looks like these fine folk are heading out to hunt down some bandits for me, I guess? Alright. Well, Valerie's here, but she seems to be talking to some other characters. Highland. Ah, captain of my city guard. I don't even remember hiring him. Oh, there it is. Okay. Ah. Huh. All right. Hired by Lady Jamandi. And sent here. All right. All right. Well, I've met the captain of my guard.
It is done.
I found the horses. That's important. Suppose I could look at a map and see how big my city is here. Alright, Harm's over there. What's this? Looks like we have some houses. Area exit. Jahood is over here. Alright, that's... Where's Jahood? We'll go and talk to Jahood.
How may I serve you, Your Grace? Your Grace, if there's one thing I know, it is matters of faith, whether it is my own god or some other deity. If you appoint me as High Priest, I'd be able to do much good. On the other hand, politics or questions of trade, I know little of such things.
Thanks, Jahood.
What exactly would you like to know?
Oh, he's from Galt. Oh, he escaped without getting his head cut off. Good for him.
For some, it is a land of freedom, where power belongs to the people, not to lords or kings. For others, it's a land of never-ending revolution, a realm surrendered to anarchy. It depends on who you ask.
That is certainly true. One of these days we're going to have to figure out who rules that place, finally.
For me, I found Galt a violent place. Crowds eager to lynch a stranger for that accent or appearance, where a single word uttered at the wrong time or place can spark the people to riot and cities to burn.
Well, that's a problem.
For me, it is a place inhabited by the frightened and the desperate, always suspicious, watchful of trickery. All too often they are deaf to the voice of reason. They cannot grasp that chaos and lawlessness lead only to yet more chaos and lawlessness. All my life I've tried to break through to these poor people, but alas, I don't seem to have made much progress.
Well, I'm not going to Galt, that's for sure.
My story? Why not? You deserve to know it. I am a priest of Erastil, and Galt is my homeland. You can imagine what it's like following the teachings of the stag god in a realm torn by discord and strife.
Boy, I really hope he doesn't take the helmet as kind of a blasphemous symbol. It kind of is.
Rebellion and suspicion are the pillars of Galt. Led by Erastil, I tried to guide my flock to embrace tranquility and balance, and guard them from hasty judgment, until I fell from grace myself. Foolish, foolish old Jod. My misdeeds cast a shadow over my life and service. In search of redemption and a balm for my soul, I took to the road. I had come nearly to despair when Erastil sent me a vision of the Temple of the Elk. I knew that very moment that the stag god had shown me the way to redemption.
So somebody in chat asked if Galt isn't a kingdom. It kind of is. It is its own nation, but it is one in kind of perpetual anarchy. They have had a revolution going on there for far longer than is healthy.
Well, if you truly wish to know, I'll have to start from the long
Oh
time
god, it's a
back.
long story. I'm sorry.
Werewolves preyed upon the lands around my village. They murdered people for fun or sport and left the corpses to rot on the roads. One night, they broke into a young woman's house and dragged her into the streets. One evening, a traveler came to our tavern, tattered and dirty from days on the road, like so many others roaming Gold. He sat quietly in the corner of the tavern, drinking cheap ale, and in an instant, I knew he was a werewolf. I felt it in my soul. It was like Erastil himself had whispered it into my ear.
He was a werewolf, not a swearwolf?
Led by Providence, I left to gather my flock, and we surrounded the tavern. The retribution was swift. However, I was tragically mistaken. The young man was no werewolf. He was a bandit, sent to spy on the village by one of the local gangs. We only found out after, when we went through his things.
See?
Indeed. I remind myself of this every day when I awaken, and again when I go to sleep. I, who admonished my fellow citizens for the chaos they spread and the transgressions they made, but then I myself. Whatever the case, I knew Erastil was no longer pleased with me. It was terrifying.
Poor guy.
And so I left and traveled far, seeking myself and a way back into the favor of the stag god. And thus I found you, your grace, and thus Erastil has returned to me. For that blessing, I shall be forever grateful to you.
Well, all
As you
right.
wish.
Okay. Good to chat. Let's see what's in here. Someone's house that I just walked into. Let's I mean, I'm not stealing this guy's stuff. That's just, I mean, I know I'm the Baron and all, but I'm
No stopping now.
I'm not gonna steal from the people who live in my town. That just seems wrong. Yeah, I'm not gonna go around and tax the citizens personally. That's really messed up. Okay, we got some citizens here. We've got. All right, let's see what else we got going on here.
Onwards.
Merchants. He's a dwarf without a beard. Enchantments? Enchantments. Let me start out by taking a look at what you got. Let's see. Ooh, +1 adamantine full plate. That is some quality gear right there. I am very tempted by that. That is very good. That is by far the best armor I am able to afford for my character right now. What am I even wearing right now? Oh, it's a +1 bump up in armor class, but the adamantine is really quite good. It gives damage reduction. Listen, if my nation only makes 4,500 gold, then I got bigger problems. I might have bigger problems, to be fair. Wow, they made that really expensive. 12,000 gold for full plate. Wow, that's really expensive. It is also really heavy, but the adamantine is very good. It does reduce damage you take. Oh wait, that's 18,000. Where was I seeing 4,500? Oh, that's how much the resale value is. Okay, yeah, no, I can't afford that just yet. All right, thanks. Thanks for pointing that out, Chad. I nearly spent all of the kingdom's money on on a suit of armor. Everyone gets to eat, you know, hay and millet because the Baron needs a new set of armor. Ah, Hassif is from Absalom. Let's see what he has. Build points. He's got build points. Yeah, too bad I can't sell build points. They're very valuable. Oh, another bag holding. Very expensive, but... Oh, wow, he's got tons of stuff. Okay, this guy has great magic items. Alright. Corrosive Heavy Flail... Stratagem. Dex to damage. Ah, in 2nd edition, that wouldn't cost nearly as much. +2 chain shirt, +1 full plate. That's the extra armor. Tink if I want one. A Ring of Luck. Oh, that's very valuable. Rings that give bonuses to saving throws are not common things, as a matter of fact. Ring of Luck is a super handy thing to have. It's also a luck bonus, which is going to stack with most of your other save bonuses. But at 6,500, that's a bit steep. A ring that grants the animal companion a bonus to strength and dex. That's cool. Huh. Court of Stubborn Fury certainly seems like the thing to buy a Miri at some point in time. Eyes of the Eagle, certainly very valuable. Common purchase, common pickup. Oh, that is super handy. Wow. So there is a decent amount of magic items here. One of the things that I'm going to get the most use out of, which is why I'm going to buy it, even though it's 4,000, is the Lesser Phylactery of Positive Channeling. Is something super useful to give to the priest in your, or the cleric in your party. Adding another d6 onto your channel is going to pay dividends in potions that you don't have to drink, and scrolls and wands that you don't have to use. So that's going on the purchase list. No doubt about it. Scroll of Fireball. Handy. I'm sure there will come a point where I want to buy build points. Rope, huh? Why does he have rope? I don't have rope. I'm going to buy rope. I'm going to buy a crowbar, because that just seems useful. Alright, where's Tristan? Come here, you. Oh, Tristan leveled up. I didn't even notice. Well, Tristan's also getting the phylactery. Oh no, what's he wearing right now? Ah, the wisdom bonus. Ah, the phylactery is more useful. Yeah, that's more useful for the time being. The 20 wisdom is handy. It's an extra 1st level spell and an extra 5th level spell, but he doesn't have 5th level spells yet, so I'm less worried about that. I think I'm going to go with that for now, and we'll see how it goes. I do need to level up Tristan. I didn't do that before, so I'm going to go ahead and give him another level of cleric. Nothing there. Will increase his nature, his religion, his perception, and his persuasion. That looks good. We're going to get a feat. Let's see. Combat casting might not be terrible. Oh, have I picked extra channel already? No. Extend spell. Ugh. No, he has extra channel once, and he has selective channel. Okay, so he's got the 2 channel abilities we might want to give him. Tempted to give him light armor proficiency just so that he's not completely worthless. Because his Ecclesia Thurge didn't give him any of the proficiencies at first level. But there's nothing stopping him from wearing armor. Oh, really? He can't wear spells? He can't cast spells while he's wearing armor? Oh, yeah. Did we put that in there? I guess I'm just not seeing it off the top of my head. Domain Mastery. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we won't do that then. Instead, I think we will give him combat casting. That seems pretty useful, because he does end up needing to cast way too close to bad guys on occasion. I think that's probably the right call right now. Yeah, I like how it's trying to give me spell focus or weapon focus, neither one of which are all that useful for him, actually. We're going to go ahead and take combat casting. That's fine. Alright. Hopefully that'll keep him out of trouble. Alright. Yeah, Reach might not have been too bad. I haven't quite figured out how to make metamagic work yet in this game. I know I have it, I just haven't figured out a good way to make it work. Oh boy, everybody has a lot of dialogue options I have not explored, and I don't think I'm going to do that right this instant. Instead, I think I'm going to continue to explore the town. What is this guy's meat pile? His gear. 24 copies of this book? Why does he have 24 copies of this book? That has to be a mistake, right? Why does he have 24 copies of this book sitting on his desk? Hello, citizens. Are you librarians? I'm really confused. Yeah, I mean, he really likes this book. What's up with this book? Okay. I mean, it's just a book. I'm really confused. I'm not taking it because he has 24 copies and he's gonna get cranky if I take him. I just know it. Harem's hanging out here. Yeah, not quite sure what to do about that. Makes me wonder what actual active quests do I have right now. Oh, plenty. I have a companion quest, that's certainly useful. I have a number of kingdom quests. Alright. So it looks like I've actually done some of these. But I do need to go back up to Oleg's. Oh, they've been crossed off now that I've looked at them. Okay. So... oh, they're just new. Alright, that's how this works. Okay. Okay. The curse will fall in 27 days and 23 hours. That's disturbing. Alright, I need to found a village. I need to go talk to Boken. I I also need to find the Dwarven Ruins. Oh, I need to go speak with Nettle. That's right. I have a bunch of unfinished business. There's plenty of things to do. Okay. Plenty more people to talk to this way, apparently, as well. I have a whole town to explore, everyone.
Hello, my savior.
Ah!
You asked if we'd meet again. And here I am.
I really didn't expect you to appear in the middle of the public. I'm the Baron. I don't want to be seen talking to invisible people.
I see your fate has changed since last we met. Now you are the ruler who will determine the destiny of these lands. I am their living heart, the whisper of the wind, the strength of rivers, the luxuriant growth of the meadows. Do you wish to touch this power?
Whoa, I don't know what I'm being asked to do here. That got unexpected.
I will show you a place where we can finally
Oh boy.
meet in flesh, you and I. Deep in the woods, there is an old mossy ruins, long abandoned, nearly swallowed by the thicket. There is an old tree growing among the stones in the yard, which I remember as a seed. A shadow under its green crown I call my verdant chamber.
Yeah, she calls it her verdant
Visit
chambers,
me there,
alright.
my lord, and come alone. A nymph's reward awaits you.
Alright, well, the nymph's reward awaits me. Oh boy. I don't,
Forgive me, nymphs are not made for cities. The noise and vanity of human settlements vex me. I will answer all your questions, but there, in the silence of my asylum.
I don't need any reward. That's right, I'm pure and chaste.
Then come to my chamber and be my guest. We'll share stories and laughter, imagine the future, and dream.
Oh boy.
So long, I will await you there, as the ground waits for spring under the heavy winter snow.
My paladinhood is going to be tested. That's what's happening here. My paladinhood is going to be tested.
March on!
So, I just have subjects whose houses are open and ready to be plundered. Somebody mentioned I should look at Lindsay's description of this quest. I think that sounds like a fine idea. The nymph suggested the Baron set off to her chambers. An old tree growing inside the ruins inside the middle of the woods. She didn't invite anyone else. Looks like the nymph is only interested in offering her reward to the Baron. Oh, I don't like this suggestion. If I were in the Baron's shoes, I'd definitely stock up on invisibility potions or some other means to avoid trouble. It's actually not a terrible idea, just in general. I'm a paladin. I'm not going to tax my servants. I mean, I'm kind of interested to see if any of them have anything super valuable. Okay, you know, I mean, some historical fiction. That's nice. Yeah,
No stopping now.
Oh, it's locked. Oh, that one I definitely can't open. All right. All right. Who else do we have floating around here? We have Hassuf and Verdal. Oh, they're the two merchants. All right, yeah. Greetings, citizens. Greetings. Yes, I'm your Baron. Yes, yes, yes. That's me. Yes. You're right. I am going to end up with the reputation of that creepy Baron who comes into your house and looks in your cupboards and then just leaves while staring at you, very judgmentally. Oh, I like how all of their stuff is now trophies left here for me to pick up at some point in time. Whew. Alright. Never mind me, I'm just the Baron. I'm just here to look in your stuff. 24 copies of the same book, you don't say. That's weird. Judgmental Baron is judgmental. Alright, let's see what we have here. Ah, interesting. Okay. Huh. So let's see, there were a few interesting places for me to visit. Let's see, where was... I'm trying to remember where... Yes, the nightmare. Where was Nettle? Shores of the Shrike River. Nettle's Crossing. There it is. So if I want to investigate that, I need to go that way. There's these locations as well. Ford across the Skunk River. The Bald Hilltop. Was the Bald Hilltop mentioned in the Curse? I think it was. Oh, handy. That does clutter it a bit, but it does make it easy when I'm trying to look around at things. Ah, so I've claimed the outskirts. It looks like that was the area that I've already kind of explored. So it does make me wonder now, do I have to travel around the region to these purple places, or blue places, or do I already own them? Huh. It looks like I just get to click them and collect them. Ah, but only if I've traveled there in the past. Interesting. So it looks like the ones that I've already traveled to, I can claim. But the ones that I haven't, I will need to travel to. Interesting. Okay. So, I got a couple of those right away. But the other ones I will need to travel to. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Alright, so I'm really thinking I want to go to the Shrike River here, because that is an interesting place. And it does seem important. Okay. So I'm going to travel up to the Shrike River. I want to talk to Nettle. going to finish off this quest while I'm in the area. Another one's the undead, who was betrayed by the Stag Lord, who I haven't fully reckoned with yet now that I've defeated the Stag Lord, so this is as good a time as any to take care of this particular quest. Alright.
It is done.
Alright, last time I encountered the spirit, I believe it was over here. Not spirit, I think it's actually a corpse. Hey there, dead dude. Aww. Aw, goodbye, dead dude. Go get your final rest. No. You'll have to excuse me. I'm going to collect your long spear, because you don't need it anymore. So it makes me wonder if I can rebuild this bridge at some point in time, because right now I cannot get across this river. That's okay, though. Alright. Problem solved. Alright, so that took care of that little side quest, which is a good thing to have crossed off my list. Seems like a good time as any to remind folks that if you have an Amazon Prime membership and you haven't subscribed, you get one free subscription every month. So feel free to hit that subscribe button. Helps us out as content producers. If you don't give it to me, just give it to somebody else. Otherwise, it just goes to waste. Alright, I have claimed the old outpost. Alright, so I've reclaimed that. I have the Blackberry Meadow now. Oh, interesting. Do I need to... Wait, so I've claimed it or not? I'm a little confused now. Doesn't seem to me to be overly clear whether or not I have done so.
I need to catch my breath.
Yes, yes, I'm sure. What is going on here? I'm a little worried by flags that pop up. They trouble me. Flags are scary. Wow, 45 days. That's a long one. Ooh, I'm afraid of assigning my only high priest to this for 45 days. That seems like an awfully long period of time. Alright. Oh, so today is the 1st of Erastus, so all of these things are now being taken care of. These are all in progress. I have no new scary things going on. I suppose I probably should decide if there's any projects I want to resolve. Not sure Harum's the one I want to rebuild the Temple of the Elk. That seems like something I should let Jahud do. Alright. Seems like it was just letting me know that I had a new thing available. I do need to rest, but I'll do so at Oleg's. Because it's free and easy and quick. Then I'll go talk to Boken. See if I can't convince him to come down and join me. I mean, he's creepy, and he can only taste things that have odd berries in him, and he likes to get high off, you know,
Resting would be nice.
turnips or something.
Don't
so
you think?
he's a weirdo, but he's my weirdo, so I'll take him. Alright, so I think I'm all rested up. Why is everyone with me now? That's odd. Is everyone rested?
It is done.
Are we all traveling together now? Okay, that's odd. Oh, I guess because this isn't my base of operations now, they all just follow me around. Creepy! Like, seriously weird, guys. Alright, where's Boken? Here he is. How would you like to become my court alchemist? Trying to get the chat back up and running. My pad died on me. Alright. Alright, he'll need a workshop. Alright, fine, I'll build you a workshop. Oof. So picky.
No stopping now.
Boken is very demanding, apparently.
Onwards.
Oh, yeah, it's allowing me to pick up everything from my travel chest. Yeah, I'm trying to decide where I'm going to found a village in the outskirts. It almost looks like you pick locations kind of at random. I'm trying to figure out if there's any rhyme or reason to the locations, other than kind of my basic knowledge of the geography. Interesting, okay. Alright, well, good to know. Yeah, the thing I don't understand is whether or not there's any value to placing anything on any particular spot. It does look like these are the nodes on the map. So, at the very least, if I put one on the border here, it'll be on a river, which seems more valuable. This seems important. Like, once I make my decision, I'm stuck with it, so I almost want to kind of look at the main map. No, that isn't what I meant. Alright, let me go back and take a look at my map. Well, I'm trying to decide if I want to set it someplace where it's convenient for me to travel to it, right? If I pick one of these up here, it's a little harder to get to than if I, say, pick, you know, one of these right here. Well, I don't think I can pick the Thorn Ford but it does look like an easy way for me to get across into the North Gnarl Marshes. Alright, we'll go back. That looks like a good place. Yeah, near Oleg's isn't a terrible choice either, to be honest. But it doesn't seem that like Oleg's is marked on the map here. But I'm assuming it's up here. If I recall correctly, Oleg's is kind of up here. Having it kind of further away from the border does seem not bad. Sure, we'll do that. That's fine. There. I founded a new village. Let me go in here and take a look. That was easy enough. Problem solved. Alright. Well, we definitely need to put Bulkin's alchemical shop somewhere. I'm almost tempted to put it kind of out on the outskirts of town. Does it have any adjacencies? Ah, tavern or longhouse. I see. Alright, we'll put it back here at least so that it's not right in the middle of everything. Longhouse certainly seems like a good idea. Tavern. We'll get that wooden wall built too, because wall seems important for defending towns. I don't like leaving them undefended. Alright, so I'm running out of build points. I better save some. Yeah, it's pretty critical that I'm gonna wager I'm gonna need some more build points. I don't know, we'll see. I've built a village. I wonder if it appears on the map now. Alright, let me back out of this. I feel like I've spent way too many build points. I know I can buy some, but I'd rather not throw my gold away into build points unless I have to. Oh, hey, there it is. I'm going to enter my new village. I just built it like half an hour ago. Hello, loyal subjects.
It is done.
Has anything been built here yet? All right. Yeah, it would be nice to build roads, especially considering roads provide overland travel reductions in time it takes. But I've certainly seen it where, you know, your travel times get reduced by traveling through kind of marsh areas or traveling when you're fatigued. There's a trader in town already. That's nice. Is this the tavern? Excuse me. Where's the bar? Looks like there is a merchant. Here he is. The merchant has not much. And I have not much to offer. Alright, well, good to know. Alright, I've visited once. What do they want? So I don't see Boken's place in here just yet, but that leads me to believe that it just hasn't been built yet. It's still in process. It takes a little while. I'm assuming the buildings aren't instantaneous.
And that about wraps up Building the Barony. We'll see you next time.